Let me ask you something. Do your team members feel comfortable coming to you? Or are you unintentionally giving off a vibe that you're unapproachable? If you're not the person that they trust, you are leaving leadership potential on the table. But check this out. There's hope. I'm going to show you 3 simple ways to change that starting today. Let's go.
We've been cleared for takeoff.
All right, so let's just jump right into it. Tip number 1, greet everyone as soon as you get into your workplace, into your office, wherever you're conducting business, greet everyone. I remember when I used to come into the office, part of my greeting, it was authentic, it was real, it was me. I would go, ooh, ooh, as soon as I walked through the door, and people across the sales floor, they would know that Troy is here. And I did that consistently day after day. Then I went through each aisle giving a fist bump or tap on the shoulder, saying good morning, hello, how are you? Thank you for being here. For you, maybe you don't have swag like that, and that's okay. Just start out so that you can build some momentum on being consistent. So as soon as you get into the office, you put your stuff down, or immediately you go right into greeting everyone that's there, everyone that you come into contact with a simple hello, good morning. And when you greet everyone, that initially is sending a signal that you are approachable. Too often you have managers or leaders or people that's in a leadership position and they stay in their office and they send another signal unintentionally that don't even come our way. So that's powerful and strong. So maintain that. The other thing, people gravitate towards leaders that acknowledge them. Yes, it makes them feel seen and valued. And it's not about having deep conversations with everyone. No, you're not going to get that with everyone. What it's really about is creating consistent, small touch points that let people know, I see you. That's simple. That's tip number 1. All right, here's tip number 2. Work on creating and sustaining a welcoming body language. Work on conveying signals that it's safe to approach you, that you're welcome, they're welcome, and that you value them, that they're important. You know, I remember when I was a brand new supervisor and I'm on the floor and I'm working, and my goal was to just be super successful and get my team's results where they needed to be. And my assistant vice president, Robin Burdick, came to me one day and she said, Troy, you need to smile more. I said, what? She said, you need to smile more. You're conveying signals that may be unintentional. I said, Robin, I'm not here to play. I'm here to work. She said, Troy, you need to smile. I am so glad that I listened to her. And that's the first thing that I want to lead off with, your body language. Your body language is not just arms crossed and your posture. Your body language also is your smile, okay? Your smile is your calling card. So remember that. First, smile more. And I know that seems really easy. Don't make it as difficult as it can be. And here are 5 more things I want to recommend in the second tip, okay? First is keep your arms uncrossed. Make eye contact when people are talking to you. Face them head on. Square your shoulders up and face them head on. The other thing is, if they come into your office and they're talking and they're sitting down, get away from your desk and come sit side by side with them. And if you're on the floor with them, as you're walking by and they stop you to talk, kneel down or pull up a chair and get on their level and look them right in the eye to eye. Show them that they matter, that they are the most important person, that their words, what they're conveying to you, is the most important thing in that moment. And even leaning in more as they're speaking to you to show that you are genuinely wanting to understand and grab whatever they're giving you so that they can be heard. Approachable leaders don't just listen, they show that they're listening. So when you're working on creating a welcoming body language that people are safe and secure in, it's almost like creating this magnetic field around you, right? The law of vibration and attraction. And people are drawn to you. And they don't even know why, but they're drawn to you. That's tip number 2. And And then finally, tip number 3, ask personal questions. Yes, ask your team members, how are they? And I'm not talking about how was your weekend, and I'm not talking about the surface level stuff. What I'm talking about is really asking somebody, looking them dead in the eye and saying, Troy, how you doing? Is everything good? Is there anything that I can provide for you? Is there any feedback that you can provide for me that will make life a little easier for you? Troy, how you feeling? How's your spirit? How you feeling emotionally? I'm curious because I know we've had a huge push on this or that, and I want to make sure that you're not stressed or burned out. So how you doing? How are you really doing? In today's world, many leaders, they bypass that. They don't want to touch that. In fear, what if they tell you something that's deep? That's a testament to what you've been doing, that they feel safe and secure enough that they can do that. But when you don't ask real deep-rooted questions, you'll never get that. You'll always keep it surface level, in which I call in my Teach, Model, and Coach program, that's the cliche level. And you want to get to a level that's full transparency. So start with asking pointed questions on how your team member is really doing. Another part to asking questions is if your team members share something with you about an event or a celebration or something that's important in their life, follow up and ask, how did the event turn out? How was the game? How was the celebration? How was that ceremony? And only do it if you really care. If you don't really care, don't waste your time. It'll definitely expose you. People could smell fake leaders a mile away. That was tip number 3. When you consistently greet your team, when you work on developing a welcoming body language, and when you ask deep-rooted questions that show that you're concerned or you care about your team member, something amazing happens. People want to come to you. You become that leader that they trust, not just for answers of whatever they're going through, but they trust enough to possibly be vulnerable and fully transparent in front of you, asking you for guidance within life or within their household or within various different subjects. And trust, that's a currency of servant leadership. I hope that you find this content value added and that it was clear and tangible and things that you can put into use like right now or tomorrow. Because effective leaders aren't just born. No, it's a process of being intentional on working on skills like I just mentioned in this video to become a true effective leader, and better yet, a servant leader. And if you're serious about becoming the type of leader that everyone looks up to, the leader that people trust, well, this is your moment. Hit the subscribe button. If you're not subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. That way you get notification every time I drop some videos, which will be some tools and resources for your leadership development that you don't want to miss out on. And these will be nuggets that will not only transform your leadership style, but transform you as a leader and the environment in which you impact. Yes. Check this out. I will be doing a Teach, Model, and Coach Servant Leadership webinar. Yes, TMC. So stay tuned for that. Pay attention. You don't want to miss that. Okay, and it's free. It's free. So you don't want to miss that. And you know what? This is not all about providing you with tips and strategies. It's about your impact to the world and the legacy and the imprinting that you'll leave behind. Let's all make this place a better place. All right. Until the next time, keep your head up, keep smiling, keep hope alive, helping other people excel. Peace!